Good morning, students. Very glad to meet you all again through Science to Online class. I hope you are all doing good by God's grace. Students, take care of your health. Stay safe at home. Let's revise the chapter 8 Getting to Know Plants. Let's see the parts of the plants. Let's see the parts of the plants. The different parts of a plants are root system, shoot system, stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Understood? Then there are two main types of root system. Already we have learned that is taproot system and fibrous root system. The taproot system is a single root comes out from the seed after germination. The example neem, pine, pea, carrot, these are the taproot system. Next, fibrous root system. Fibrous root system that grows from the base of the stem have a bushy appearance or cluster of roots grow from base of the stem. Example grass, maize, wheat, etc. Next, what are the functions of roots? What are the functions? First one is anchoring the plant. Anchoring the plant is that the roots help to anchor the plant firmly into the ground. Next, absorption of water and nutrients from the soil. The roots help plants to absorb water and nutrients from the soil, which are essential for the survival. Okay, next one is preventing soil erosion. Root help to bind the soil particles together. They are preventing them from being carried away by water and weed. Next one is root modification. There are five types of root modification. First one is for storage, for multiplication, for nutrition, for climbing roots. Next, for extra support. There are roots of some plants are modified to form the additional functions. There's a first one is for storage of food. The roots of some plants became fleshy. That is radish, carrot, turnip, sweet potato, etc. Next one, multiplication of roots. Some roots of plants are develop into new plants. It can develop into new plants. Example, dahlia, asparagus. Okay. Next, for nutrition. Plants such as dodder they have the specialized roots called parasitic roots. It is arising from their stem, which help them to absorb water and nutrients from the host. Understood? Nutrition, some plants are deodorant and special roots called parasitic roots. The parasitic roots means it attaches the other host. It help them to absorb water and nutrients from the host. Next one is climbing roots. Some plants have climbing roots to climb up a support. Such a the plants stems are very weak. There's money plant. Examples of climbers: money plant, black pepper, and petal trees. Petal. Understood? Next one is for extra support. Some roots give some extra support. Root of plants such as bamboo, sugarcane, and banyan tree gives us extra roots of their branches. These roots go downwards and give extra support to the stem of the plant. They are called prop roots. What is prop roots? The roots grow downwards and give extra support to the stem of the plant. These are called prop roots. Understood, students? Next, you should take your page number 99. Let's remember. There, mango, grass, neem, and turnip. Is the cross the odd one out. Give one reason for your choice. Mango, grass, Name turnip. What is reason is turnip is a root modification. Turnip is a root modification. The others have normal roots. That others have normal roots. Then second one, grass, maize, beetroot and onion. Reason is root modification. The others have fibrous root. Root modification. The others have fibrous roots. Next, third one, Dododer, money plant, beetle, black pepper. Dododer has parasitic roots. Others are climbers. Others are climbers. Then radish, carrot, sugarcane and turnip. Sugarcane has prop roots. The others are root modification. Understood, students? Next one is shoot system. The all parts of the plant that are above the ground form the root system. The plants that are above the ground form the shoot system. The shoot system includes stem, leaf, flower, fruit and etc. Next, stem. Stem is a very important part of the plant, isn't it? Stem is the very important part of the plant. What are the functions of stem? Stem holds leaves in position and helps them to spread out. The stem and branches grow. It bears flowers, buds, leaves and fruits. Then stems conduct water and minerals from the roots to the leaves. It carries the food manufactured by the leaves to other parts of the plant. A green stem has chlorophyll and carry the photosynthesis. Next, stem modification. Next one is stem modification. Already we have learned stem modifications. First one is storage of water. Second one is to manufacture food. Third one is for protection. Then for support, the storage of food. Next, for multiplication of the plant. These are the stem modifications. The storage of water, stems of plants, cactus and swell up to store water in them. It is storage of water. Next, manufacture food. Some plants became flattened and leaf-like to perform photosynthesis like the cactus plant. It is manufacturing food, the process of photosynthesis. Then for protection, some stems may be modified as thorns. Example, rose plant. Okay, then bougainvillea is a hard, sharp prickles in the rose plant to protect plant from being eaten by animals. How the plants are protect themselves to protect the plant from being eaten by animals. Then next one is support. Stems of climbers such as grapes and passion flower are modified to a special structures called tendrils. The tendrils help the climber plants which have weak stems attach themselves to other for support. Then storage of food. Some plants modified into store the food. Potato, onion and ginger or the stems modified into store the food. There are three common kinds underground stems: tubers, rhizomes and bulbs. Tubers, do you know that tubers is a potato, rhizome is a ginger and bulb is a onion and garlic. Next one, multiplication of the plant. Some plants like rose, jasmine, hibiscus, it grow into new plants through their stem cuttings. Only rose, jasmine and hibiscus grow into new plants through their stem cuttings. Understood, students? This now next part of the plant is leaves. Leaves are known as food factories of the plant. Already you know. It is arise from the nodes of the stem. They have a different characteristics. The shape and size are different. Understood? Then, what are the different parts of a leaf? First one is veinlets, midrib, lamina, petiole. Do you know that? First one is midrib. A continuation of the petiole is the central vein of the leaf. The smaller veins grow from the midrib. Smaller veins are grow from the midrib. Then veinlets, the network of smaller branches of veins. The network of smaller branches of veins are called veinlets. It forms the supporting of framework. It is supporting of framework and also serves to transport raw materials. Transport raw materials. This that place lamina, manufactured food into the out of the lamina. Next is the flat green portion of the leaf is called lamina. The flat green portion of the leaf is called lamina. Next one is petiole. Petiole is a narrow stalk-like structure that connects the leaf to the stem. It connects the leaf to the stem. Here, what is veination? Already you studied. The arrangement of vein is in a leaf is called veination. The arrangement of veins in a leaf is called veination. There are two types of veination. One is parallel veination and other one is reticulate veination. Parallel veination, the veins run parallel to one another from the base to the tip of the leaf. Base to the tip of the leaf. Then another one is reticulate veination. Reticulate veination, the veins are arranged in a net-like pattern on both sides of the midrib. On both sides of the midrib. The leaf is said to be the reticulate veination. Understood? Example, mango tree, mango leaf. Next one, what are the functions? Already you know the functions of leaf. The leaves prepare their own food in the presence of green pigment chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. Okay, they prepare their own food. This process of making food by the plant, that carbon dioxide what is called, that process is called photosynthesis. Already you know that. Next one is the plants breathe with the help of their leaves. Leaves of most plants are very tiny openings called stomata. The stomata is present under the surface of the leaf. Under the surface of the leaf. The stomata used from the exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. Transpiration. That is the process of transpiration takes place in the stomata. The loss of water through the stomata is called transpiration. The loss of water through the stomata is called transpiration. Already you studied how the transpiration occur in the leaf. First one is help the cooling the leaf. Cooling the leaves. Then the more water is pulled upwards from the roots to compensate from the lost water. That water brings along important nutrients from the roots which are required by the leaf. The transpiration helps in the transport of nutrients within the plant. Next, transpiration is a play important role in water cycle. Next, the leaf modification. The leaves, some plants are modified with special structures called tendrils. The tendrils is help the plant to attach themselves to the support. Then protection, already has studied leaves of some plants get modified from spines. Spines also reduce the amount of water loss from the plant. Leaves of some plants store food and mostly eaten as vegetables, spinach, cabbage and lettuce, etc. Next, some plants, some leaves have grow into a new plants. Example, bryophyllum. Understood? Then you have to study the label the parts also. Parts of the leaf. The flat part of the leaf is lamina. The network part of the part is called vein. Central vein of the leaf. Next one that connects the leaf to the stem is petiole. Understood, students? Okay. Next part of the plant is flower. Flower is the reproductive organ of the plant. Already have studied. Flower is a reproductive part of the plant. What are the structures of plant? Do you know that? What are the top parts? Petals, sepals, stamens, then anther, carpel, stigma, ovary and style. Okay, first part is sepals. Sepals are the green leaf-like structures and base of the flower. And the base of the flower, sepals protect the flower during its development and support the support. Understood? Then next one is petals. Do you know that petals are colored structure, colored part of the flower? It surrounds the inner part of the flower. It surrounds inner part of the flower. Next part is stamens. Stamens are the male reproductive parts of the flower. Stamens are the male reproductive parts of the flower. Each stamen has two parts, a thin stalk called filament and knob-like structure is called anther. The anther produces a powdery substance called pollen. The anther produces a powdery substance is called pollen. Next part is carpel or pistil. Pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower. Pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower. It has the three parts. A top portion is stigma and the enlarged base called ovary and the tube-like structure is called style. The style connects ovary and stigma. The ovary contains tiny ball-like structures are called ovules, which the ovules later became the seeds. Next one is pollination. A flower to develop into fruit to form seeds. The pollen grains transferred from the anthers to the stigma is called pollination. This is the process. The transfer of pollen grains from an anther to a stigma is called pollination. Understood? The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma is called pollination. Many flowers are brightly colored and have a sweet smell to attract the insects. The insects sit on the flower. The pollen grains stick to its body and may get rubbed off when it sits on the another flower. This helps in pollination. How the pollination takes place. Then after the pollination, the ovules change into seeds. Seeds form, the ovary develops into a fruit. Then under suitable conditions, the seed develops into new plant. Okay, students, the seed becomes a baby plant. It's a seed as outer coat, seed coat. The seed coat protects the embryo. Next is the pores are there, small hole is there on the seed coat. It allows the water to enter the seed. Then inside embryo contains a young root and shoot which develops into the baby plant. Then next one, the cotyledons contain food for the baby plant. Next, let's remember the page number 105. In pollination, the pollen grains must be transferred from the anther to the stigma of a flower. Then second one is, after pollination, the ovules changes into seeds and the ovary changes into fruit. The bee helps in the process of pollination. Okay, students, have you understood? Moving on to question answers. Take up page number 106. Then objective type questions. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. First one is dash roots are thin and almost equal in size, having a bushy appearance. Fibrous roots are thin. Fibrous roots are thin. Then stems are dash swell up to store water in them. The stems of jack swell up to store water in them. The leaves arise from the nodes of the stem. Third one is nodes of the stem. Fourth one is transpiration helps in cooling the leaves. Transpiration helps in cooling the leaves. Then fifth one, stamens are the male reproductive part of a flower. Stamens are the male reproductive part of a flower. Then sixth one is cotyledons contains food for the baby plant. Cotyledons contain food for the baby plant. Next one, choose the correct option. Next one is choose the correct option. First one is which of these are special roots that help the plant to absorb nutrients from another plant called the host. That option is first A is taproot, second B is parasitic root, C is tendrils, D is rhizomes. The second B is the answer, parasitic roots. B is the answer, parasitic roots. The next one is which of these plants can multiply through stem cuttings? That is first one potato, ginger and onion. Second one, jasmine and hibiscus. Third one, grapes and passion flower. Fourth one, banyan and rhododendron. Here, second one is the answer, jasmine and hibiscus. Third one is, which of these modifications help a plant to reduce loss of water from it? Here, first option is tendrils. Second one is spines. Third one is bulbs. Fourth one is parasitic roots. Here B, second one, B is the answer, spines. Then fourth one, which of these forms a carpel? B is the answer, stigma, style and ovary. The option is A, stamens, filaments and stalk. B, stigma, style and ovary. C, sepals, petals and anthers. D, none of these. Here B, stigma, style and ovary is the answer. Then fifth one, which of these would a seed need to become the baby plant? Here first A option is air and water. Second one is water and warmth. The C is the air, water and warmth. D is the none of these. Here C is the answer, air, water and warmth. Next one, sixth one is which of these plants bear a taproot system? A option is A is grass, B is neem, C is onion, D is sugarcane. Here B is the answer, neem. Then seventh one, which of these plants has root modified for reproduction? Here first one is turnip, A is B dahlia, C deodar, D banyan. Here dahlia is the answer, B is the answer. Then eighth one, the stem of which of these plants is modified for water storage? Here A rose, B cactus, C bougainvillea, D potato. Here B cactus is the answer. Then ninth one, the leaves of which of these plants have parallel venation? A mango, B peepal, C banana, D rose. Here C banana is the answer. Then 10th one, which of these parts later becomes the seed? Ovule. This first A is the stigma, B style, C ovary, D ovule, D is the answer. Okay, students, that's all today's class. Learn the question answers. Let's see the remaining evaluation part in the next class. I hope you all have understood today's portion. Okay, students, thank you all.